Hello people, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time on the channel, a special welcome to you. I ask that you check out the rest of my videos. If you like what you see, give them a thumbs up, leave a comment, but more than anything, I'm asking that you subscribe to the channel. Today I'm really going to talk about Jamaica's move towards Africa, or should I say the recent sightings that I've seen where Jamaica has been more opening and receptive to African connection. It is a good look. It is a good look to see Jamaica and countries of Africa collaborating or initiating strengths. Most recently, the president of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, was in Jamaica and he received presidential welcome in Jamaica, and I was proud to watch that. I was proud to hear his message, and I was actually proud to see the embrace of Jamaica towards Kenya. And I was even more pleased to find out that in the president's family, his wife's brother's mother is a Jamaican who's living in Kenya. You know, and as a Jamaican, it gives you a sense of pride to realize that Jamaicans are spread wide and we're everywhere, especially when it comes to embracing our African roots. Because if we don't know where we're coming from, we definitely don't know where we're going. Prior to his visit was the president of Ghana. That president's name is Nana Akufo-Addo, and he was also in Jamaica, I believe, a few weeks ago, and a part of his message was to relinquish the visa requirements of Jamaicans visiting Ghana. You know, I personally didn't even realize that Jamaicans had required visa to go to Ghana prior to that. But considering that there's been some talks between him and Andrew Holness, the heightening of a relationship is in play. I'm also pleased to know that Jamaicans will no longer require visa to go to Ghana. And a few months before these two presidents came to Ghana, there was Bobby Wine from Uganda was in Jamaica. Bobby Wine is not a president, but he's seen more of the Ugandans. Is that it? Ugandans? The Ugandans ghetto people president, you know, so Bobby Wine is a politician in Uganda and he's highly respected. I believe he met with the Prime Minister of Jamaica, even though his visit to Jamaica was more on a musical tip and not more of a political tip. But either way, there was also a warm embrace when Bobby Wine came to Jamaica. Again, it is a good look. It is a good look that Jamaica is embracing its African roots and meeting with so much African politicians or dignitaries or, you know, people who are actually have a say in these African countries. Because personally, I do not believe, this is just my personal opinion, I do not believe that to visit countries of Africa, visa should be required of Jamaicans. But you know how it is, politics is in play. I'm not saying I don't understand why it is. I'm just saying I don't believe that there should be a visa requirement for Jamaicans who wants to visit Africa. Africa is a rich continent. Personally, I've never been to Africa before, but soon that will be different. Soon I'll definitely go to Africa. What has delayed me so far from going to Africa, to be honest, is my choice of which country to visit in Africa, because I've met Kenyans, I've met Ghanans, I've met citizens from Ghana, and I have friends from Nigeria, and interestingly, my friend that was from Kenya, her father actually was a soldier in Uganda who had died in the Idi Amin regime. So I did get some insight on the closeness of Kenya and Uganda, that they're actually neighboring countries, and I did get an insight on the civil uprising and civil wars that have taken place in both countries many years ago. And I did some intense research in Ghana, and I just get a feel of Ghana that if Jamaicans should travel to Ghana, they'll get an even richer sense of our similarities and also our slavery history. You know, they have it's now a tourist attraction place in Ghana where it's called the Gate of No Return. That was pretty much where the slaves went on the ships. You know, once you went through those gates as a black man back then, there was no point of seeing Africa ever again. And that landmark alone in itself, you know, strung a chord within me, you know, and it moved me. And that's just by me watching YouTube videos and seeing it. But I do intend to visit Africa, but you know, the choices is so many countries in Africa. But I must take the time out in my lifetime to visit Africa. Kenya for sure, Ghana for sure, Gambia definitely, and I want to see South Africa as well. So my wife and I, we've been planning these African trip for a minute now. It's been about 3 years that we've been deciding and undecided on which countries to go to in Africa. So really today's video is more of a pleasant things kind of video. You know, it's a good look. I like what I saw, and I just thought, let me bring it to my channel and express how I feel. I understand it's politics, and there could be ulterior motive, and there could be personal gains, and there could be politics behind the whole unification, but I wasn't trying to get into that, and I wasn't trying to look into that, because even if there's negativity underlying this unification, I believe the positivity overrides the negativity. As the Kenyan president was saying, let's use sport for example. When it comes to track and field, Kenyans has always dominated the long distance runs, and when it comes to the track and field, Jamaica has always dominated the short distance run. And that alone, you know, on a positive note, should unify Jamaica and Kenya, not only on the tracks, but as one family. We need to have a lot more in common. We need to embrace a lot more in common. When I watch African videos and I do African research, I realize how much similarities us Caribbean blacks have with Africa. And I'm not talking about skin color. I'm just talking about cultural beliefs, the way we cook, the way we dress, our cultural pride is so much similar, and it's only right that Jamaicans travel to Africa and feel the welcome that they have there, and Africans also travel to the Caribbean, in particular Jamaica, to have our Jamaican embrace as well. That's pretty much it today. You know, it's not really a question, it's not really a debate, it's just my way of expressing delight in what I've seen. So big up Andrew Olis on this one. You've got a thumbs up for me. I like the look of things. You know, I like the embrace of the president of Ghana, and I like the embrace of the president of Kenya. I was about to say the Ghanaian, yes, Ghanaian president. That's the word I've been looking for, because I often mix up Ghana with Guyana. So Guyana is Guyanese, and Ghana is Ghanaians, and Kenyan is Kenyans, and Uganda is Ugandans. I hope I got it right. If not, you guys can correct me in the comments. So that's pretty much my video for today, people. Yesterday was Independence Day in Jamaica, so I want to wish all my Jamaican subscribers a belated happy Independence Day. Hope you guys had a ball. Once again, I want to say thanks for the support. I look forward to your comments. I accept thumbs up, thumbs down, agreement, disagreement, with a reason, because at the end of the day, each one teach one. Until next time, people, peace.